When I arrived at the children's home, they were doing kind of this homeschool curriculum. And so there were teachers and educators who would come in and teach us material there on campus before transitioning to Central Davidson Middle School. Once I started focusing on my academics and had a vision for what I wanted to accomplish, I stayed super busy with extracurricular activities. I do recall the staff being super supportive and making sure that I could participate in the extracurricular activities. For example, I did concert band, jazz band, marching band. I was heavily involved in ROTC. And so I spent a lot of my time focusing on my academics or extracurricular activities. I was able to attend the Hayes School of Music Canon Music Camp here at Appalachian State during my 9th grade year, American Children's Home, as well as my band director at the time, James Doherty, was able to really pave the way for me to be able to come to that music camp, and it was all summer long. At that time, I decided I'm gonna go to college, and I'm gonna go to college at Appalachian State University, and I'm gonna live there the rest of my life. My junior year in high school, I found out that I was pregnant with my first child, and I was able to stay at the home to finish out my junior year in high school. And fortunately, I was able to go live with a family member. I continued to go to school at Central Davidson High School, but I needed a job and I needed childcare for my child. And so I was able to reconnect and stay connected with American Children's Home and get my child in a childcare facility that I trusted at Evans Child Development Center. I was extremely determined to go to college. So I'd go to work before school, go to school, and then go to practice for ROTC or marching band, and then go back to work after those activities. Once I transitioned to Appalachian State University for college, I also worked in a child care center here on campus. My freshman year at Appalachian State, I found out I was pregnant with my second child. And at that moment, I knew I had to really lock in if I wanted to complete my degree, if I wanted to be successful. Because of the model and education and the lessons I had learned at American Children's Home, I knew how to tap into my resources. I knew how to create schedules, time management, and money management to be able to be successful in that. After college and graduating with my criminal justice degree, I was able to get a job at Appalachian State Police Department, which has really become my home for what I really feel like my purpose is, to influence and be an example for young adults and young children here in our area. I did meet my husband, Kevin Cook, here at App State at the Child Development Center, and we are currently married. We've been together for, I believe, 12 years almost, and we now have 4 children together. And I would not have been able to do a lot of the things I've done in the past and that I do now if it weren't for my husband.